Hey guys, welcome to Drunk Destiny News, where I talk shit about Destiny. I've had a few drinks, so we're gonna get right into this. I've been meaning to make a video about Destiny 2, my reactions, my thoughts, my predictions, my concerns, everything, and I just haven't done it. So it's time to do it. And I kind of feel like my mood is going to really influence me in a good way. So we're gonna record this now. Rambling. I'm not going to edit this at all. So here's what we know. Destiny 1's coming to an end in terms of new content. I'm happy with this because the current state of the game is perfect. In as much as you can do almost any activity, with two exceptions being the original Prison of Elders experiences, and you can't do SRL at all anymore, other than private matches. Other than that, everything can yield you max light level stuff. You can play it pretty much whenever you want. Could not fucking be happier about that. Okay, very happy. Playing Crota's End and Vaulted Glass again, great experiences. Vaulted Glass, it's a hard bitch, and it's hard to get people to play it if they're not into it. You know, Grant Beard Grizzly, my favorite Destiny YouTuber and one of my best friends in life, and honestly, you know, one of my best teammates in Destiny. We've been playing together since the beta. You know, he's not a raider. Not everyone is. Not everyone digs on that shit. Not everyone can hang with the kind of grating, like abysmal things that can happen in a heavy raid. Vaulted Glass being the hardest raid in Destiny, hands down. If you dispute me, you're wrong. Because Vaulted Glass, it isn't about the difficulty of the tasks so much as it is what's required. You know, whereas you got a King's Fall, where King's Fall is all team shooting. Crota's End, you've got very individualized, like one or two people can do like the bulk of the work, and then the team's just team shooting as well. And even Wrath of the Machine is mostly team shooting stuff. Vaulted Glass, especially the challenge versions of that raid, are it's individualized. You have a job, you have to do it. No one can do it for you. And if you're doing your part and someone else isn't up to the task, whether it be skill level or a lack of knowledge or fatigue or whatever, it can grate on you. And when you combine that with somebody who is a top tier player, who puts extremely high amounts of pressure on themselves, like Grant, like myself, and other people. I wouldn't call myself a top tier, but I put pressure on myself. You know, you're gonna tempers will run high, so it's rough to go through that stuff. So if you're playing right now, dude, it's awesome, but it's hard. And you know, my hat is off to anybody who's trying to play this stuff. And you know, on LFG, like Jesus. Play with an LFG team earlier today, and I'm not going to call them up by name. They're good people. They're good players, too. But the synergy was not there, in as much as we couldn't get people to shut up through the whole raid, all the way up to and including Atheon. Just and people are excitable. They're excited. They're having fun, and they're socializing. I understand that. But I don't think it's appropriate. And if someone's asking you incessantly to stop doing that, you should at least try to respect that. But every raid team is a different raid team. And it's one of the coolest things about Destiny. That brings me to Destiny 2. It was announced officially in the last couple of weeks. Pre-orders are through the roof. And now it's really interesting because the dialogue is opening up for the second time. Those of us that play Destiny have been playing Destiny for, 3 years almost. It's coming up. Once we hit the alpha anniversary date, 3 years of Destiny play for it. Right it is. And, we know Destiny inside and out. We know the ups, we know the downs, and everything in between. And we understand how far the game's come. We understand and appreciate the community that we have been given and that we've helped grow. One of our own, Cosmo, is now in the machine. He's in Bungie. It's great. But the mainstream that does not understand how the game is supposed to work by and large, I'm hearing the same fucking arguments that I heard from year one. Because they never went back and really bothered to really understand what changes have been made. You hear, the launch was horrible, and the game sucked, and blah, blah, blah. They've changed a lot of it, and they fixed it, but, first, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's enough. If one of my pals is a content creator, and you don't know about Destiny, you're right making videos about it, it's enough. Your ignorance is showing. Dude, ask questions, do research. Real research into the community before you say, well, I understand, though, that everyone is going to have their perspective based upon their experience. So to those of you that haven't played Destiny and you're looking at playing Destiny 2, know that Bungie has their shit together for the most part. They know they fucked Destiny 1 royally. Mainly by it being, they started off it being a PS3 and Xbox 360 game, and by the time they kind of figured out where they were going, they had to shift to PS4 and Xbox One. And I guarantee you Activision were the ones that said, we don't know if it's going to sell or not on the new consoles. You better make it cross-gen, which arbitrarily fucked the game for the entirety of its life. Whether we talk about vault space or frame rate or anything else, that's the big fuck. Because the engine they built for those platforms, it was so very slow to build in by all accounts. There's several articles I'm not going to rehash here and admissions from Bungie themselves, but writing code and growing things in that just wasn't something that was feasible. So now with Destiny 2, we have an entirely new engine. It's all current gen, so we can expect 60 frames per second on PC and above. I would hope 60 frames per second on console, but you know what? I'm not going to bitch about it because if I get the high resolution at 30 frames, I'm okay. You give me some really pretty eye candy at 330 frames, I'm not going to complain. I would prefer to have 60 frames per second. That's things butter. However, I digress. They're trying to reboot the franchise without rebooting it. And in that, they're you're starting from scratch on gear, but the lore is continuing. So if you haven't been playing Destiny, there's going to be shit you're going to be confused about. And I implore you to seek out a Destiny player you know, look at YouTube channels that have the cinematics up or whatever. Learn about the story. You will appreciate it. You really will. There's great stuff to be had here. This game, by far, has taken up the most of my time that any game ever has. And I don't regret it. Not for a second. I've made some of the best friends I've had in video games playing this game. I've had some of the best times playing this game. It's relaxing. In fact, it's relaxing to the point where if I have that right combination of stuff, where I'm playing like something idle like a patrol, I'm listening to like some nice death metal, the lights are low, I'll fall asleep because it's such a relaxing experience. I used to, before Destiny came out, I said I was worried that Destiny would be like a World of Warcraft or something where I would get addicted to it. Well, I was right to be worried because I am addicted to it, but it's been a mostly positive thing. I don't miss work because of it. I don't feel that my relationships have suffered because of it because, well, frankly, I haven't had much of a social life in several years, and it's actually growing lately. So it's like, well, and a lot of the friendships that might have gone by the wayside otherwise, frankly, are they're growing because of the game. It's funny to me that people I would not normally talk to just because of life will play Destiny every couple days or every couple weeks or whatever, and you get to touch with those people. So Destiny 2 for me is going to be a really, I don't want to say it's an expansion, but it's going to be that same thing only on a bigger scale. Literally, the install size for the entire game of Destiny 1 So Vanilla, Dark Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, the Taken Spring update, Rise of Iron, the Dawning, and everything in between, as well as the Age of Triumph itself, is to the tune of 68 gigabytes. Or 60 gigabytes, I think it is. The base game, Vanilla Destiny 2, is 68 gigabytes. That means that what we're getting is larger than everything we have right now. That's encouraging. So, people were like, well, I don't know. Hope they don't fuck it up. Well, I hope they don't fuck it up either, but I think the evidence is there that they're taking this seriously. This is going in the direction that's closer to what they're talking about. When we still have a gameplay reveal, it's, barely 6 weeks away, so we'll see. More to come. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm going to have it on PC and PS4. I'm hoping for an account-centric system where if I earn a weapon on PS4, I'll be able to use it on PC as long as it's not an exclusive. They have systems in place where you can have things across there with emblems and things like that, so I feel like we're getting there. We're just not there yet. I realize this has been all over the shop. That's where my head's at right now. So, thank you guys. I love you. Yeah, questions? Come to the stream. We'll talk about it. Destiny 2, my jam. We'll talk soon. Cheers.